I'm hanging out in Montana at Master Chef's event at the Paws Up Resort. I started off my trip cooking a big dinner for 120 people. I'm also learning some new things here, like really, how to throw a hatchet.
Now point at it, and you got a feel for it. Step out there and let her go. Okay, come in here. We're gonna move, we're gonna work with his revolution. Okay. In competition, there is no line, it's a revolution. And it's 1 revolution, 2 revolutions, and 3 revolutions. Do that same thing. Just walk into it. There you go.
Hot dog.
And that's perfect.
So today I'm going to show you how to make biscuits and trout right by the river. Check it out. I've got my own refrigerator slash fishmonger right here. You know what? That river right there brought me this. My trout. You know what I did with my trout? I smoked the trout. I brined it for about 12 hours in a salt and brown sugar and maple syrup and water, and I cooked it all, chilled it down, and I covered the trout. Okay? Let it brine, took it out, and I smoked it in hot smoke for 12 to 15 minutes. Because I was inspired a little bit by lox and bagels. Well, guess what I'm doing? I'm gonna do my Montana version of it all as a biscuit with smoked trout and all the same accoutrements, but I'm gonna do it with a nice vinaigrette. My famous little biscuit here. This is my biscuit method. I made it really simple with baking soda and a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar, a little all-purpose flour, a little bit of buttermilk and some flour. Mix it all together and bake them. I'm gonna cut these in half, okay? It's like an open-faced sandwich almost. Then, let's take my trout, okay? What we did when we smoked the trout, we kept the skin on. So it's super moist and cooked all the way through, but it didn't dry out because the skin is almost like an insulator. It keeps it super, super, super moist and delicious. Crumbled up, so good. Wish I wasn't talking right now. I'm gonna take a little bit of radishes. Radishes, cucumbers, sweet, bite, spicy. The trout is delicious and brown sugar and mapley and smoked and so, so good. And then look here, I made this vinaigrette. And what I did is I put it in a mason jar. We're in the country, so what I did is I took all the ingredients, took it in the mason jar. When I came out here, I put the lid on it, and all I did was shake my vinaigrette up. It's got great herbs, it has balsamic, it has honey, it has spices and salt and pepper in it. And we're gonna go here and dress this just like this. We're gonna dress, instead of the, you know, the cream cheese aspect that's really fatty, I wanted to cut this back because I got a beautiful golden delicious biscuit. So I've got all the fat that I want, I got all that flavor. I'm gonna add this acid and spice and deliciousness. So what we wanna do is mix this guy up right here. Let's put some cucumbers. Let's put a little bit of sprouts, a little bit of radishes. Isn't this good? I'm gonna finish it with some great greens. This is just amaranth. You can put arugula, you can put, how about this? Sprouts, you usually get sprouts, right? Don't you get sprouts on top of a bagel and lox? So I'm gonna take the sprouts, I'm gonna mix this guy up here. I want a little spice, and arugula is spicy. You guys know my method, dress on the wall, just like that. Mix these guys up, and you have a delicious, fun rendition of my version of lox and bagels a la Montana, which is biscuits and smoked trout. That's a food rush right there, baby. Now it's time for the big cooking competition that I get to MC. 3 top chefs will compete to make a fantastic hors d'oeuvre for 35 people in 30 minutes. Here's a look at the chefs who are vying to become the next Montana Master Chef. Hailing from Montclair, New Jersey, all 4'11" and sass, I may say, chef owner of Culinaire, Arian Duarte. From season 5, we have the man from Denver, Colorado himself, Hosea Rosenberg. From Top Chef season 3, chef owner of Sprout Restaurant and the Frog and the Snail in Chicago, Dale Levinsky. You must incorporate a protein, starch, and a sauce in your dish. From the pantry, you have to use beer in your dish. Today's secret ingredient is swine pork. Good stuff. Road bumps are gonna be coming very soon. The judging will be evaluated how well the secret ingredient has been highlighted and incorporated in the dish. On the count of 3, we're gonna rock and roll. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Start the clocks. Coming up, the race is on. Find out who wins.
There can only be one winner. Drum roll, please.
I'm in Montana for a Master Chefs event. Here are the chefs competing to be the next Montana Master Chef. Hosea Rosenberg, Season 5 Top Chef, Dale Levitsky, Season 3, and finally Aaron Duarte, Season 5. 3 top chefs will compete to make a fantastic hors d'oeuvre for 35 people in 30 minutes. Plus, they have to put pork and beer in all their dishes.
Bacon duck hash. It's going to be on beer-scented polenta cake.
Oh, you're going to do a polenta cake in 30 minutes. Hosea's going to use watermelon as his canapé vessel to actually serve his dish on. Hosea, break it down, brother. What are you thinking, man? You've got everything but the kitchen sink up
We
here,
have
buddy.
little watermelon steaks. We're going to have a lobster and bacon salad that goes on top of that. Maybe garnish with some pickled watermelon rind and some radish.
So each chef also gets a roadblock during the competition. Dale has to make 10 of his hors d'oeuvres vegetarian. Erin can't use her knives for just 5 minutes, and Hosea can't cook it all for 5 minutes.
Time constraints are really punishing in a challenge
Okay,
like
I'm
this,
right behind
but
you,
I have
right
to
behind
say,
you, right there.
throwing Dale that vegetarian angle kind of blows because I mean you have to create that sort of like smoky umami flavor of bacon without having any meats.
So Dale was thinking about bacon wrapped something with foie sauce. It's not going to be very good for vegetarians. So that roadblock kind of sucks right now, doesn't it?
Yes.
You guys have 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
All right.
How they doing, guys? They doing good?
Make a judgment.
Just one.
Guys, you have 1 minute and 10 seconds. 1 minute and 10 seconds.
5, 4.
Oh my God.
High five.
All right.
Stop clock. Utensils down.
You got a plate up.
All right, round of applause for our chefs today.
Thank you. Where am I
All right, so Ariane, you're up first.
going? A cucumber slice with a bacon, oyster mushroom, a little hash or ragu, or with a sliced duck breast. It has a little huckleberry and old smoked stout beer, and a little truffle sprig.
All right, ladies. This is a watermelon steak with a beer poached lobster and crab salad. There's crispy bacon, some pickled watermelon rind, some shaved breakfast radishes, and it's all bound with like sort of a chili, like a sweet hot chili mayonnaise.
I mean, a quick lettuce wrapped duxelle that is deglazed with beer. The non-vegetarian version is mushrooms, onions, Worcestershire, mustard, celery root, and chives. That's all cooked in the rendered bacon fat.
There can only be one winner. Drum roll, please. Pound your feet. The 2012 title of Montana Master Chef goes to Chef Hosea.
Presentation was in the eyes, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Did a good job.
Thanks, brother.
I actually would have ate it.
I was just trying to make you proud.
My boy. I had an amazing time at the Paws Up Resort here in Montana. If you loved what you saw on Food Rush today, you can check us out on livewellnetwork.com. You can also follow me on Twitter, or you can check us out on Facebook. Until then, I'm gonna ride off. Let's go. Come on. See y'all later. This way. This way. That way. This way's good. Let's go this way. Whoa.